quick, my name is John Tennant and I'm a real estate agent here in the Triangle. If you're thinking about moving either to, from, or within the Triangle, click the link in my bio. That's my personal website. There's a contact now form. Fill out your name, email, phone number, and then a little bit about what you're looking to do, and I will be in touch with you as soon as I can. And I look forward to helping as many of you as I possibly can, and let's get back to the video. Welcome to 7000 North Ridge Drive. This is a brand new construction home built by Homestead. And if you've seen a couple of my other videos, I've highlighted Homestead before, and the last one was in North Hills. So today we're in North Ridge. We're actually backed up to the North Ridge Country Club golf course, where you can see from both balconies, top and bottom, 4-car garage, a really cool bonus room, and I'm excited to take you around and show you all the details. Let's take a look. All right, so from entering into the main foyer, the first thing that I notice is the backyard view. So obviously a huge highlight of this house is the location on North Ridge Drive. So if you're unfamiliar with the area, North Ridge is a prominent area in the North Raleigh location. You're right across the street from Ravenscroft, which is one of the greatest private schools in the entire nation. And then you back up to North Ridge Country Club, which is a very exquisite, very exclusive country club in the Raleigh area. So you have tons of custom features in this house, and there's a lot of unique touches too with the floor plan itself, along with the design elements. So yeah, like I said, as soon as you walk in, the first thing you notice is, boom, I'm looking at the golf course. That's cool. There's no houses behind you. Feels very private. This is a 0.6 acre piece of land. So it's just a little bit over half an acre, but it feels big. It feels nice and wide, because right next to you on the right side is the golf course. Behind you is the golf course. So you have a neighbor over here, but they graded the land so that the neighbor's house actually sits kind of high up there. So you have your own little cove feel in this house. Obviously, this is your formal dining room area, so they did a really cool, I don't even know what you would call this. So obviously it's a coffered ceiling, cove crown, and then they did 2 other layers of trim, brought the paint down, and have a 2-tone on the walls, which kind of gives it this grand feel. And then another thing too that's really cool about this house is they did they did like half circle arches. So all of the archways are curved. So you have, as you can see here, over here, trimmed out circle arches. All of them are circles. So that's a consistent feature across the entire, at least on the main level here, which is cool. And that's one of the things I recently did a video on, talking about this style is actually getting very popular, and it's showing up a lot in like Zillow searches. So if you have this, you have like a 200% higher chance of being seen if you have arched doorway. Thank you. So on the main level, you have your primary suite and your guest suite. Nice wide floor plan. So your powder room here. So when guests are downstairs, they can use the restroom and not have to encroach on either of the bedrooms. They did a wallpaper in here that kind of looks like a natural stone finish, and it does feel almost like a stone. Then they did some trim, and then a white paint. They did gray cabinets with brass hardware built into the wall here with an extension on that marble. A gold mirror, and then a chain kind of gold brass light fixture. And then they also painted the ceiling and did the same color that they had in that dining room area. So it kind of ties it all together. They went with like an earthy, modern tone in the whole house. So I think I'm gonna show you all the primary suite first, and then we can go into the kitchen area. Private entry. You can shut this door and then you're in the primary suite. So they already installed blinds for you. You can pull these down and you're in complete darkness. And yeah, pretty sweet view from the bedroom. You can see a couple people playing golf over there. I mean, this is awesome. This, North Ridge is very, very, very meticulously maintained. So year round, it's gonna look beautiful. Not to mention, the landscaping that they had done for this property is going to add a little bit of a privacy fence, that not like a actual fence, but kind of like a natural looking fence. Over time, it'll grow out and it'll look nice. So the main bedroom has 3 different lightings, which I've noticed is also a thing that they're doing in pretty much like all these luxury homes. This one's priced just under $4 million. It's 3.75. You have the under lighting underneath the tray ceiling. You have the can lights, and then you have the light fixture in the center of the room. So you have 3 different levels of lights, and then they also added the lamps here on the side. That's just kind of what the designer did, just to show you, hey, you can also do this too. Obviously the furniture, can come with the house if you want it to, but all the different lights together, it's really cool because it kind of sets different moods depending on how much light you want in the room. So we're going to go into the bathroom. This does have a pocket door here, so you could shut this off if you want. And it has this very interesting pattern of tile. It's like a diamond. Each of these are like individual pieces puzzled together to create this almost like mosaic look, but that's really cool. And then even the this is a crazy detail, but there's caulk lines in between, or grout lines, just for this piece right here. So this was like I can't imagine how much time it took just to do that. Very cool. Standalone tub. Nice big walk-in shower. Seamless glass entryway. You have a couple different shower heads in here. Nice big bench with a cove. You have a ton of, this is a huge bench. So this is, it's got to be at least 5.5 feet wide, probably about 6 feet. So pretty big, very large shower head here. And they're going to continue that brass gold hardware on every single piece of hardware in the house. And then the closet. So this is facing the front of the house, and they already installed window treatments on the top here. So just like in the bedroom, you can press a button on the wall here and knock those down. Let's see if I press 2. Gotcha, okay. So I pressed 2, that must mean like the second window. So I'll press 2 again so it looks even. Nice, so you can go individual windows. That's pretty sweet. 2 different lights in here. So you got the can lights, you got the lighting fixture. You have this huge island. It's like a built-in dresser, and you got drawers on both sides here. So 8 drawers. Nice deep drawers on both sides. Huge counter space, folding laundry, putting whatever, and then you have 2 sides. So it's almost like perfectly laid out for a couple. Lots of place to hang up clothes. You have 4 spots on each side. Actually, this side is a little bit bigger. You have 4 smaller sides, and then you have 1 larger side for like dresses or suits or whatever over here. So there's 6 total places for you to hang clothes. And then huge cubbies. This will probably fit like at least 2 pairs of shoes in each of these cubbies. And then you have a big area on the top there. Good amount of space. Oh, and then a nice big seating bench. Huge bench here. Bunch of areas underneath here. And they trimmed it out too. They even trimmed out the closet. Very nice touch. So this is the primary suite wing. Forgot to say, dual vanity, white quartz countertop. Obviously you have under cabinets, two big drawers, under cabinet lighting. Love when they do the under cabinet lighting. That's really cool. Because I can imagine like at night, that's the only one you turn on just to give it a glow. And then tons of cabinet space here. Up here, even more cabinet space. It's all soft close. It's a nice, definitely a nice primary suite. Okay, let's take a minute to look at the, the living area. So, I mean, if you've been on the channel for a while, you might even start to notice some trends here. I mean, pretty much every modern house you see is gonna have this same layout where you have the kitchen, living, dining room, all in the same room. But with this one, because you have such a cool backyard, what they did was they integrated the outside with the indoor living. And this is only the half of it because there's an upstairs balcony. I don't want to give too much away, but it's cooler than this one. I mean, I'll just be honest. This is a very cool balcony, don't get me wrong, but the one on the second floor is almost cooler. So you have a linear fireplace, fully decked out, floor to ceiling, stone accent with a wood mantle. You have your cable hookups, you have your plug for your TV that you can mount onto this. You have heating lamps in the ceiling, so 3 of them total. These screens right here, these are electric, so you can pop the button just like with those lamps, or not lamps, sorry, just like with the blinds that you saw in the closet. They can come up and down. So on a day like today, I mean, you're end of May, 80 degrees, is kind of perfect, nice and breezy. You can open up all of these. This is like an accordion. So this one can go all the way down to that, and this will all be opened up. Kind of perfect situation, because like even with golf and everybody out there doing their thing, I still feel pretty private. You know, if you're out there far enough and you're looking back at this house, it's just gonna look black. You're not gonna be able to see inside. So you can see out, they can't really see in, but it's nice. Like it's an indoor outdoor living situation, and they have an outdoor kitchen already hooked up here. So built-in grill, built-in refrigerator out here. You have some cabinets, some drawers, trash. These are metal too, so they can withstand kind of hotter stuff if you want to put stuff from the grill into it. This is a warming cabinet. So if you grill something, it's a couple hours before the guests get here, you can throw it in there, keep it warm. I mean, you know, obviously that's the fridge. So, and then if it's metal, it's also easier to clean. So if you get grease on it and stuff, you know, a lot easier than wood. But they kept the luxury finishes. So this is a leathered quartz. Oh no, this is a granite. This is a natural stone. And they pushed it up onto the ceiling here, so you have a backsplash, which is nice because if they kept the siding, also for maintenance, it's easier to clean if you get grease from the grill and stuff. But they have this huge vent here, so you can keep the screens down and not have to worry about smoking everybody out if you're hanging out down in the downstairs grilling patio. So kitchen's got a couple cool highlights too. Dark cabinets, it's interesting. A lot of, you know, it's hard to pull them off, but I think they did a really good job here with that really, really deep dark purple in the dining room area. And then they also bled it into this butler's pantry here in the corner. So this is like, you know, butler's pantry access into the dining room, but they bled that color into here. I personally, I'm a big fan of the dark. I think it looks good. I think it looks luxury. And then with the natural stone, like this is the quartz, kind of looks like a natural granite. And then this tile, it's textured. That's cool. With the wood tones, to me, it all ties very well. And it matches the dark cabinetry that they did on the island and on the surrounding scullery. So behind this is your refrigerator. Sub-zero, obviously. That's what to be expected at this price point. And then the Wolf appliances continue into your stovetop and your dishwasher. Oh, this is Cove. This isn't Wolf. I guess Wolf doesn't make dishwashers. Oh, they might. I don't really know. But yeah, this is like this is the standard basically, and anything over 1.5 to however high you can go, this is the appliance to get. And they have, you know, flat top already built in, a couple different ways you can do that. And then a 6 burner outside of that. So double ovens. It's a pretty sweet setup. And then they even have, this is kind of cool, they have an outlet built into the cabinet instead of doing like a normal looking outlet. See if I can find any other interesting things about that. And then there's more storage behind these benches here. Ooh, that's cool. They didn't go for the typical rainfall. They did like a trim almost. I don't even know what you would call this specific style, but that is pretty neat to do with the granite like that. So into the scullery, and it's almost like a half scullery because they did something interesting in this floor plan. They did like a double scullery, double garage. So this is like almost like your I would call it more of like a decked out pantry. So you have your open shelving, you have your cabinetry, you have another dishwasher, microwave, sink, more cabinetry, but you also have over here across the hall in this direction another refrigerator. So typically you would see the refrigerator in the scullery, but they put it out here, which is one of your 2-car garages. So there's 4-car garages, but there's 2 and 2 totally separate accesses. So this is one of the accesses for the 2 cars. And then if you go out, make a right, mudroom, and then the other 2-car garage. So they polished up the floors, they finished the inside, put the trim, put the lighting in here. It's really tall. I mean, this is probably like 15 feet, if I were to guess, maybe 20. So really, really tall. Stone steps going back into the house. Really interesting tile in here too. They did kind of checkered style. Notice too, they do pretty much different countertops. And it would be interesting to see like pictures because it's hard to keep it all in my head. But this looks different than any of the other ones I've seen so far. But it all matches. That's the cool part. And then mudroom. So you have outside and then the other 2-car garage port. So, which is identical to the other one. So you got the 4-car garage port, and then I don't know if you saw in the beginning of the video, but there's a pretty good amount of space out here to park because you have the you have this pad obviously, and then obviously when they were grading this lot, they put up this retention wall to make it nice and flat so that your side yard here is nice and flat, your driveway is nice and flat, and it arches all the way. It's a circular driveway. So you could pile up cars all the way around if you wanted to throw a party, but this is three sections wide. So, I mean, on top of the 4-car, you got plenty of space out here to park more. Okay, guest suite. So second bedroom down will be your guest suite. It's basically like a miniature primary suite. You know, same idea, golf course views, walk-in closet, separate from the bathroom, but still custom wood fittings. You got tons of places to hang up clothes, all sorts of stuff. This would, I mean, it's a, you know, it's marketed as a guest suite, but it could very easily be somebody's bedroom full time because it's absolutely beautiful down here. Tons of natural light. So they fogged the door here, but you can go outside into the backyard. Dual vanity, floating cabinets, very modern fixtures here. They went black. Okay, so they went black with the fixtures. Oh, and they did like a wood style on that second half up there. Still floor to tile. That's all tile, floor to ceiling. Floating bench, cut in a cove here. This is a really decent sized shower for a guest suite. Still got the 2 heads. So like I said, yeah, they literally fitted this guest suite out almost the same as they did with the primary suite. All right, we will take a look upstairs. I'm gonna save the best for last. I got to, sorry. There's 4, let me think. 1, 2, there's 3 other bedrooms up here. So I'm gonna do a quick run through of the bedrooms and then I'll show you the cool stuff. Bedroom number 1. Well, don't hold me to that. I don't know if this is actually bedroom number 1 according to their floor plan. So all the closets in the secondary bedrooms have motion sensors. So as soon as you walk in, they automatically turn on. But they're all fitted with custom wood shelving. And then in the bathrooms, you have floor to ceiling tile in the showers, floors, single vanities, and then just kind of tastefully designed so that it's neutral to kind of go along with the rest of the house. You know, this would be a great setup if you're a kid. I can't even imagine. This one's even cooler though. All right, this is your upstairs laundry room. They got it fitted for a stackable. And then this bedroom is pretty sweet. I mean, if I was a kid, this would be the one I would lay claim on, because at first you're like, okay, whatever. It's just a regular bedroom. It's got a window. But over here, first of all, this alone, decent sized closet, okay? You got tons of places to hang up clothes, little shelves, all that stuff on both sides here. And then you got a whole nother little section, which is like a secret room. You know, so let your imagination run wild here. If you're like, imagine if you're like 6 or 7 years old. This could be, you know, your own little, I don't even know, man. Arts and crafts room, theater room, game room, whatever. And I like how they didn't just make the bedroom bigger. They did something different. but not like so different where it would be like crazy. It's just kind of something, a little nice little touch. You know, you can figure out what to do with it. It'll be cool, and I like that. There's the bathroom, so not going to go in there yet. I will show you that in a second. One more room to show you. Two storage closets on this floor. I just passed one that was next to the laundry there, and then another storage closet right here. So this is a deep one. Doesn't have built-in shelves or anything. It's just kind of a deep closet for putting stuff in. This bedroom is different because of the cathedral ceilings. So you don't see cathedral ceilings a lot in secondary bedrooms, but you have 4 windows on 2 sides of the house. Huge. I mean, it feels big in here. It really does. I mean, it's probably like at least 30 feet wide. And then you have another window in your closet here. So decent sized closet, nice and deep, 5 places to hang up clothes, shelves, and then a bathroom just for this room. Huge vanity for a single person living here. You know, decent sized shower, floor to ceiling. Same thing with the other one. They kept it neutral, easily decoratable in here. Very modern, simple. I like it. It's kind of keeps with that earth tone. So I guess they played around with the hardware on the second floor compared to the first floor. The first floor is all that brass gold. Upstairs they got black, they got chrome, they got brushed nickel, but it's still like no part of my brain is like something's wrong here. It all still flows very well. And this is a bonus room. So they put like a rubber mat down and they're assuming you're gonna put a gym in here. Pretty sweet. I mean, it's a cool view for a gym. You know, literally looking at people playing golf right now. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, this is a cool gym. It's kind of the perfect size. I like it. That's the dream, a home gym. Okay, now the really cool part. So the bonus room, the rec room. When you're in this price point, you know, this is usually where builders go crazy. So I don't know if you remember the last one. If you haven't seen last week's video, go look at that rec room. That was a hidden like speakeasy craziness. This one's cool. Look, I'm gonna be honest, it's not as cool, but it's up there because the outdoor area again really factors into the usability here. So I'm gonna open up both of these doors. But just to take a gander around on the inside, seating area, bonus room back here that you can close off. So this is a whole separate area, which you would normally see as a bonus room without any of the fixings, just kind of a room with a door. Do what you want with it. It's got its own AC, own temperature control in here. So I wonder what their idea was there. Maybe because it's above the garage, so it'd be harder to regulate. Yeah, and this is the bathroom that I was talking about that connects to that bedroom. So this is kind of a Jack and Jill situation. It's got a dual vanity. They went black on black, or really dark wood for this, and then a black quartz that has kind of like a copper vein that runs along through, and that looks nice, and it has a chrome finish, black mirror frame, and then a black lighting fixture in the middle there. That's cool. Very modern. But this is definitely giving that speakeasy vibe that we got in that last house with ICG. But yeah, it's cool. Love this sink. This is really cool. It's got like a serrated finish all the way around. the gold. And then there's your copper again. So for the tile here. Yeah, it's neat. The colors are cool. I do like it. It's a vibe. Another sitting area. I imagine they expect you to put a huge TV on this wall. That's at least what I would do. And then outdoor space number 2. So this was my personal wow of the house, because you're sitting up so high and you're overlooking the golf course. I mean, it's cool. It's really cool up here. So rec room, outdoor area. This feels more personable, a little bit more intimate. This is where I would be hanging out at night if I lived here, or if I had some friends over. This is where I would take them. You know, downstairs is cool for dinner parties and stuff, but this is where it's at, you know. Another fireplace, another TV. So this is almost an identical setup to what they had downstairs. No grill up here, so you got to bring it upstairs if you're grilling. But it's cool. It's craziness. So what I've shown you so far is 62, I think it's 62 to 6,400 square feet. This is not included in that number. This is unfinished area, but they already studded out for you. So not sure how much square feet this would be. I'm guessing a little over 1,000. But they have it already fitted for a full bathroom. So here's your toilet, here's your sink. This could be a half bathroom. Hallway, you have kind of this open concept room here. Could be an office, could be another den, could be a playroom, whatever. And then you have a doorway framed out and you're in another huge bonus room. So this is how it comes, but I mean, they have drywall already up here for you. So, cool thing about buying from a custom builder is if you ask them, they'll probably do it. So if you wanted to finish this, you could. If you wanted to leave it unfinished, save a little money right now, figure it out later, you could do that too. So it's got even more potential. Yeah, if that's not enough for you. So anyway, yeah, thanks for staying till the end, guys. It means a lot to me. If you'd hit that subscribe button, would also mean the world to me, and we'll see you in the next video.